Hello, my name is Cedric Wilson. For the few people that do not know me, here's a little background on myself. I'm a former insurance agent and car salesman. I've been basically in sales all my life since I was 13. Actually, as a small kid, my grandmother had a candy business, and I grew up in the candy business. She manufactured and distributed peanut candy, which was a family special family recipe. People came from all over the United States to come and pick the candy up as I was growing up. So I started doing that, helping out in the candy business when I was 8 years old. Well, one summer we went on vacation, and I wanted to buy a hamburger. You know, kids always want something, some candy or whatever, and my uncle wouldn't buy it for me. Just wouldn't do it. So at that point I said, you know what, I'm not going to be broke the next time I go on vacation. So what I started doing at 12 years old, I got some picked some yard, had an old lawnmower that I cut the home yard with. Started cutting yards, started me a little lawn business, sold Grit newspapers. A lot of people my age remember the Grit newspaper. It was a weekly paper that came out. Primarily, they would ship the paper to your house, basically whatever you would order. It could be 50 papers, 100 papers. You go out and you actually go door to door or stand at the local grocery market and you would sell these papers. So I started selling Grit newspapers, and my grandmother would sell me candy from the candy shop at wholesale, and I would sell them out of my locker at school for retail. So I had 3 businesses going. At 13, I had my own bank account, and that was pretty cool. And the next summer I went out. We went for a kid my age. I had about $100, in fact. And I wanted a hamburger. I could buy me a hamburger. I stocked up on soda, pretty much anything that I wanted. You couldn't tell me anything then, but I was bitten by the entrepreneurial bug at that point when I was young. So throughout that, my grandmother, she had me to promise her that I would go to college, finish. I never was into college. I never really liked college at all, but after going to college for 5 years, I managed to be able to get a liberal arts degree, 2-year liberal arts degree, and that sufficed for me. But after that, I started in the sales. I sold door to door, business to business, door to door, anywhere from credit card processing. The last 2 primary jobs that I had that I really enjoyed was, number 1 was selling insurance, and then after that it was selling cars. Did very well at it. But in 2008 I had a tragic accident. I was taking some light bulbs down from my apartment complex, and I fell 3 stories and fractured my pelvis in 5 places, dislocated both hips, broke my tailbone. I was in ICU for 3 or 4 days. Went through an operation that lasted about 8 hours. After that, I was put in a convalescent home to primarily learn how to walk again. And I was very fortunate that I wasn't paralyzed from the fall. But at that point, I became determined to be able to stand up and walk again. That was in February of 2008, and at that point, sitting there in a convalescent home with basically nothing to do, but physical therapy and so forth, I searched for a way to make income, because my income basically went from 6 figures down to 0 just like that. So I joined the MLM, called up people, basically got them to a presentation. I failed miserably at it, And then I started looking at the internet. I had a lot of time, so I started looking at the internet as a possible way of making money. Now, from 2008 up until a couple of months ago, I struggled and failed miserably on the internet. I've spent thousands of dollars buying guru products, push button products, the new best thing. Not being internet savvy, 50 years old. At that time I was 47. Pretty much the cards are stacked against me. But what I did was I started going to Mindset Call here about 4 months ago, and it has totally transformed my life. We studied the process of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and that was one of the missing pieces in my success, because a lot of times I was spending a lot of time online thinking that I was getting stuff done, and as you know, the internet, you cannot outrun the internet. You can basically become consumed in the internet. If you're marketing on the internet and you're not consistently putting your content out there, you're getting buried. And so I had to first get my mindset together, learn how to focus, started to putting some things together. One thing was Napoleon Hill talked about mastermind groups. And you know, I've been in 15 to 20 different network marketing companies, and each time I would move from one to another thinking that it was the product and so forth. But you know, actually it was me. I went from guru to guru thinking that this guru is holding out the secret and this guru has the best one, so I jumped from guru to guru. What I found out is that if you want to be successful, you have to feed your mind daily with audios, videos. You need to read inspirational books. You need to mastermind with people. You need to become part of a group of like-minded individuals. So with that story, the reason why I'm telling that story is I have connected with a group of people, and it's called the Prosperity Triangle. Now, the guys that are involved in this is Mike Hobbs, Adam Whiting, John Chapman, a bunch of others. But what they have done is they have put together what they call the Prosperity Triangle. Now, you know, the pyramid is one of the most sound structures that has ever been built because of the strength of the pyramid. Now, most people, when they join a network marketing company, they're following the company. They become actually married to that company. They actually blood, sweat, tears for that company. And basically what you have done is you've basically leased yourself a job working with these companies. So what these marketers have done is they have put together strategically 3 different businesses with their online marketing experience to basically teach people how to become multimillionaires online. And the great thing about it is you're a producer, you become a part of that group, and you are a part of that family. So let me briefly talk about the 3 companies that we're talking about in this Prosperity Triangle. Okay, this is a triangle right here. Okay, the first side of it is, I call EN, which is Empower Network. Okay, what the Empower Network does is it provides you a platform to market with a $25 a month, pretty much put together for you blogging platform. There's a blogging platform that allows you to brand yourself through blogging and teaches you how to market. Now, this is key because if you cannot market, you cannot be successful online. Okay? The foundation of this is you need a